Lately I've been wanting to play some games on the go, so I looked into a few portable devices such as the GPD XD Plus, PS Vita, Retroid Pocket, and a few more. But these devices all have one thing in common. The specs are and while that's just fine for retro gaming, it got me thinking, for the price that some of these devices cost, maybe I'd just be better off buying a nice controller and an older flagship phone for my handheld gaming fix. Fortunately, I recently upgraded my phone, so now I have a spare phone at my disposal. And I've been using it for emulation, PC streaming, and console quality Android gaming for the past week. And I'm going to tell you all about it right after the intro. So as I mentioned in the introduction, I recently got a new phone, so I have my old phone just sitting around collecting dust. This is the LG V50 ThinQ from 2019, which features a Snapdragon 855 octa-core processor paired with 6GB of RAM and an Adreno 640 GPU. You also get this beautiful 6.4-inch 1440 OLED display, and if that wasn't good enough for you, this phone also has a microSD card slot. The controller I settled on was the Razer Kishi. Now this is one of the more expensive controllers, but Amazon is selling them refurbished for $50 US right now. I went with this controller because it uses USB rather than Bluetooth. Sorry, I'm allergic to latency. Anyways, it has support for USB pass-through so you can charge the device while playing. This controller also caught my eye because it has pressure-sensitive triggers unlike almost every other controller in this form factor. Razer did a fantastic job designing this controller, and I think it's worth every penny. So how much did this all cost me? Well, the LG V50 can be found on eBay for $200 or less relatively easily. You'll probably find it even cheaper if you find one that's network locked or has a bad eSIM if you plan on using it on Wi-Fi only like I do. And as I said before, the controller is only $50 on Amazon, bringing the total cost to only $250. That's just a little bit more than the cost of a GPD XD Plus, and you get 3 times the performance, not to mention the better controller and screen. The obvious trade-off is pocketability, but if you're someone who carries around a bag, you can just toss it in there easily. Or if you really need to put it in your pocket, just take the phone out of the controller and there you go. Now I can hear some of you yelling at the screen right now like, Corey, I already have a powerful phone in my pocket, why would I want to carry around another one? And to that I would say, if you're alright with gaming on your daily phone, then more power to you. But me personally, I find it cumbersome to constantly be taking my phone in and out of the controller. It's just really nice to be able to pick it up and play. But all of that means nothing if it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. So how does it perform? Obviously anything retro will run with ease. That's a given with a device this powerful. But what about 3D emulation? Well, I'll let the footage speak for itself. As you can see, the 3D performance is relatively good. PS2 does struggle a bit, but this will only get better with time as the emulator evolves. GameCube and Wii are playable. Obviously not all games will work, but that's usually due to incompatibility with the emulator and not the performance of the device itself. Another point worth mentioning is that the LG V50 has a 4000 mAh battery, so battery life is pretty good, lasting about 2 to 5 hours depending on how demanding the game is and how bright you have your screen. Finally, here comes the part of the video where I give you my thoughts on this and whether I think you should do it yourself. Well, that depends on what you want. If your main priority is portability, then this is probably not for you. But if you want a powerhouse emulator that you can take with you just about anywhere without selling an organ, then this is a great alternative. That being said, be on the lookout for upcoming devices like the Odin. While it's slightly less powerful than this, it's definitely a much nicer form factor and it's more polished for around the same price. But that's all I have for this one, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe for more content and hit that bell icon so you won't miss any future videos. And to all my loyal subscribers, I just want to take this time to apologize for my slow uploads lately. But I'm going to try my best to upload at least one video per week from here on out. But anyways, thanks a lot for watching and I hope to see you in the next one. Later!